Oh, yeah. Tell me good lie. Oh, we live on the air, boy. I'm about to sing a little bit more. Sounds so good, man. I love that song, man. Love it. I can't even pretend to do my Kevin Samuels nod. Tell me good lie, like Kevin used to do. Just nod their head. Just tell me good lie. Shout out to everybody here tonight. Hope you guys are having a great evening. We got a great topic for tonight. You guys are going to love this one. Now, this particular topic is not for everybody. Remember our show. Sometimes you guys forget the title of the show. It's called Love Crossing Borders. You guys remember the crossing borders part, but sometimes you guys forget about the love part. You guys are wondering, hey, Andre's voice sounds kind of cracky tonight. I went out clubbing with some of you guys last night. We had a great time. We had a good time doing all. We danced, and those guys enjoyed themselves. You know, danced salsa all night long with the ladies at several clubs. So I'm going to have video footage of that on the live stream, but most of it is going to the Patreon. So I'll have that available for you guys later on this week. But your girl Andrea, she's relaxing, still going through her, that time of the month issues which you ladies go through. But at the end of the day, we got a great topic. Today's topic is about 7 benefits. We often talk about some of the lack of benefits when it comes to a man marrying and getting married. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I couldn't do it in the United States. Hats off to all you guys getting married in the United States. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Have kids and all that. Do what you do in the United States. But as for Andre, I did it one time, and that mistake would never ever never happen again. I don't care if it's with a woman that's not from the States. I'm not getting married in the United States. No. And it could have very little to do with her. She could be the cream of the crop, the best there is. Numero uno, the goat of all wives. But there are so many laws against you as a man in the United States. All she has to do is yawn, wake up one morning and say, I'm done. And say that, you know what? This time in our relationship has expired. And she could take everything. Everything that you both worked so hard for, the laws are set up to give it to her. There are very few laws. She's got to basically be a crackhead with her head spinning around like Linda Blair in the Exorcist before they take them kids away from her and take your money away from her. And if you married to her over 10 years in the United States, she still get a portion of your Social Security, even years later. It could be 40 years later. And when you decide to retire, guess who gets a portion of that money, even if you are remarried? Your ex-wife. Oh, yeah, I can look that one up. If y'all don't believe your boy, you ain't got to. You can look that one up. Your ex-wife get a, yes. If you've been married to somebody over 10 years, she gets a portion of your Social Security if she decides to file for it. There are just so many benefits in the United States for women to be married. There are very little to none. You're living in a country where it's no fault divorce. Like, ain't nobody got to do nothing wrong. You ain't got to do nothing wrong. You could be the perfect husband. She ain't got to do nothing wrong. She could be the perfect wife, and she could just wake up one day and say, yeah, about this marriage thing. And so let me know if I'm freezing, guys. I hope I'm looking good. But at the end of the day, I hope I sound right too. Let me make sure I check my microphone. Microphone check 1 2. What is this? Okay, cool. We're looking good with that. Let me see how my audio is. Okay. Okay, I'm freezing a little bit, but not too much. So I'll take that. So at the end of the day, guys, definitely realize that right now, for what I'm seeing in the United States, is such a gamble for men. There are no emotional benefits for you to get married in the United States. No psychological benefits. I've done all the homework. None. And all the benefits that you do get emotionally, psychologically, financially, all of those could be taken away. That's the problem in the United States with marriage. Marriage, the institution of marriage is not the problem. The institution of divorce, that's the problem. See, a lot of these women in the United States wouldn't even get married as fast if they knew that they couldn't walk away with what they walk away with. I'm going to say that again. A lot of these ladies, lovely ladies in the United States that get married to guys, a lot of them would have said, let's think about it. If A, they knew that they could lose just like you lose, or B, the kids get split up, or C, there was no economic benefit for her if she walked away. A lot of these women, famous women, average women, wouldn't even get married. They wouldn't even waste their time getting with you. No use of marrying an architect. Why? You can't get none of his money. No use of marrying a bus driver. You can't get none of his benefits. No use of marrying a sports figure. You can't leave with none of his money. If it was set up like that, man, so many women in the United States wouldn't even dare to get married to us. A lot of these women get married to us because of security, stability, economically. There is very little. In other words, she can be with you. You can build your health. You can, because statistically shows men that are married get healthier. We're going to talk about that. Emotional stability. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about career stability and business stability that most men get. Yes, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your economics that you get in the United States. You're absolutely correct. But here's the kicker, ladies. All the things that a man gets that benefits a man statistically in the United States can be washed away in one day when you wake up in the morning. There is no way in hell you're going to build my life up and help me build this thing called life. And I'm going to have 2 or 3 kids by you. And I'm going to build this house and I'm going to have a good career, good job. I'm thinking I'm emotionally good. I'm loving Jesus and Buddha and Allah. I'm doing everything I need to do. And you wake up one morning because you got a gray coochie here, and you decide because you got one gray coochie here, you missing out on life. After you done built me up with all these benefits of marriage, and you live in a country that allows you to sweep it all away in one statement, I don't want you anymore, for no apparent reason, there is no way in hell I'm getting married in a country, any country, not just the United States, Canada, any of those countries that are willing to let me sit back and build all this just so a woman or one of your ladies could come and take it away. There is no way in the world. It's not worth it, guys. And I dare any man that's married or not married, and I was married 14 years. I dare any man that's married and not married tell me the benefit of building all that up that you're doing, all that happiness, all that joy, all that peace, having kids, living your life, going to church, going to mosque, going to the temple, going on vacations, all that, just to live in a country where you living on every day, you are teetering on the edge of losing that woman. Well, she'll never leave me. Don't you ever say that a woman won't leave you ever. Not in a no-fault country. You can't ever say that. In Colombia, you got to have an excuse. And you better hit that excuse hard. Andre can't wake up tomorrow morning talking about, well, I want a divorce. In Colombia, shh. Even if I say yeah, the courts have to agree with it. I'm going to say that again. Even if I say, cool, let's get a divorce, the court's got to say, did y'all meet any of these criterias? If y'all don't, you better go work it out. Get the hell up out of this courtroom. And there are a lot of countries that are like that. Every country is not a no-fault country. And that's why I'm starting this off the way that I did, letting you guys know, first of all, we got 24 people in here. Click that like button. Look, I'm really freezing. Forgive me, guys. I'm going to change this router real quick. I'm going to switch the router over. See if that helps. If it doesn't, then I'll switch again. So thank you for your patience in regards to that part. Let me switch this router over one time. See if that helps us. Okay, that should help out quite a bit. Let's see. So I'm going to freeze right there because I'm looking at myself freeze. And then let's see. Gotta love this Colombian Wi-Fi. All right. That's a little better. Little better. All right, cool. Thank you guys for your patience. Let me get these shout outs saying my man Gabrielle was in the building, numero uno. Make sure you click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too. Thank you all for being here this evening. Like my man Ransom in the building, representing EMB. Them Philly boys at it again. EMB is in the building. Shout out to you. Black Scorpion as well. My man Terrell says hello to everyone. Family, what's up? He said, I'll catch what I can. He said, I'm working tonight. We're going to take that. We'll take that, brother. Just like Brother Tevin. He says, I missed the last 2 live streams due to work. Get that money, fellas. Got to get. Hey, I was a third shifter for years. I was third shift management for a warehouse. So I was putting in 13 hours. I would go in at 10, getting off like 1 o'clock. So in the afternoon. So I feel you guys. Go ahead, do your thing, brothers. Actually, it wasn't 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like 10 o'clock at night. It was more than 10 hours. I was putting in a lot of hours, more like 13 hours. So I was getting off at 11 in the morning, going in at 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes at 12. Shout out to Deborah being here, representing the ladies from the ATL. Representing. All right. Let me know how the weather is in the ATL. Is it warm? Is it you guys finally getting your summer? Well, no matter where you guys are, let me know if you finally getting your summer. We got my man Jeff, my uncle. He said, "Marry in the States." He said, "No, I said, yeah, go ahead, fly out, man. Man, I couldn't do it in the States. It's really sad the laws are like this in the States. Yes, like I said, it's not the institution of marriage. There are those of us. I'm gonna say this. There are some guys that are not married, and ladies also that are not marriage-minded people. It's not for everybody. Cool. I really enjoy the institution of marriage. I like it because of my spiritual, my Christianity. I enjoy it for that perspective. I really enjoy that oneness of the one soul. No matter how long you live with somebody, I know couples that could tell you they lived with each other forever. But when they got married, it was like something solidified it. So I can agree with that, but it's not for everybody. But the laws are so bad in the States. If you dare want to toy with those laws and get married in the States, like I said, in a country where you got a 50 to 70% chance of it not working out, name one thing that you will want in life that doesn't work 70% of the time. Would you buy a new car knowing that it had a 70% chance of not making it through the year? Would you get on a cruise ship knowing that it has a 70% chance of not making it to its port, to the next port? Would you buy a suit or shirt, shoes, knowing that they were tear down 70% of the time within the first week? Would you get on a plane that has a 70% chance of not making it to its destination? Well, if you won't do that with anything else in life, you can't name one thing. If you knew that you was going to a restaurant and 70% of the food was nasty, would you go to that restaurant? Well, if anything in life that you know that you would not do 70% of, even if you walked into an environment that you knew that people had a cold and you had a 70% chance of catching a cold in that area, would you go in that area? No. Then why do they expect us, people who are even married, try to guilt you? I'm going to say that again. You know, that's how I word that. Why do people in the United States try to guilt you into being married, knowing that statistically you have a 50 to 70% chance of it failing in the States? Unmarried people will try to pressure you to get married in the States. And they do that globally, but we're just talking about the States for right now. Married people will try to pressure you and guilt you, especially ladies, into getting married in the States. Y'all need to turn around and tell these people, listen, married people, your marriage got a 70% chance of failing. Y'all need to leave me alone. All you single people that's trying to pressure me, y'all used to be married. All you divorced people trying to tell me to get married, and you had a 70% chance of yours failing and it failed, and you want me to get married. Don't let anybody in the States pressure you or guilt you, shame you into getting married. Do not do that. If you're a person that's looking for marriage and y'all go for it, but go for it knowing what you're walking into. A 70% chance that is not working, it might not work out. Well, we've been together since we was in high school. The stats don't give a damn. Well, we own 3 businesses together. The stats don't care. Well, we got 3 kids, and 7, 5, and 2. The statistic of 70% does not care how many kids you got in the United States. Well, she was with me when I battled cancer. Doesn't matter. He stuck by me when I did 3 years in jail for laundering. Stats don't care. It doesn't know all that insightful behind the scene, your emotional information. Stats are stats, and the stats says 70% of all of what you just said don't mean nothing. You get a divorce 70% of the time. 70% of all marriages that you see that's on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, all the boo-hoos, putting $20,000, $30,000 into a wedding, go ahead and buy her the $10,000 ring, all that. It looks beautiful, don't it? In the movies, everything. I did it. And I'm here to tell you, I'm a product of that 70% failure in the United States. So you can't tell me nothing about, you can't convince me, no way in hell can you convince me that marriage in the United States is worth that battle, knowing, and 2 couples can look at me and tell me, well, our man, we've been together for like 20 years. I don't give a damn. How do you know, like I always say, when people say how long they've been married, the number one divorce group are empty nesters. People over 45 are the number one individuals in the United States getting divorces right now. And also, I'm gonna bust your head. Guess who's number 2? People over 65. Grandma and granddad, ain't nobody been in the house for years and they get a divorce. How many of y'all got some parents that divorced in their 50s? Or friends, or know a friend, family member got divorced in their mid-40s. We know some people that got divorced in their 60s. Old people getting divorced like that. The only thing that slowed divorces down a little bit, everybody ain't had no job during COVID. So it kind of slowed everything down a little bit. But it's ramping back up. As soon as they let people out, people were been filing for divorces like crazy. You were stuck in the house for a year with this person that you don't like, and you can't get to the woman that you've been cheating on her on at all. You can't get to your other boo, and you stuck in the house with your real wife for a whole year. Do you know how many men and women were divorcing in 2021? In 2022? Couldn't stand each other anymore. They invented reasons to divorce. At least when they were working, they had to be around each other all day long. But once COVID hit, man, people say, I can't take it. I thought I loved them, but I guess I don't. So in the United States, statistically, just the stats are killing y'all. The laws and the stats. 80% of all divorces are filed by women in the United States. That's why I keep saying, ladies, she gonna leave. That's why I say she gonna leave. She gonna leave you. Notice I didn't say he gonna wake up one day and he'll leave. Of all the divorces in the United States, you only got a 20% chance of a man leaving. Well, he got all the benefits. Boo. I promise you, you get more benefits than he getting once you leave him. So at the end of the day, guys, I'm telling y'all, and I mean this in all sincerity. Like I said, if I hadn't been married, y'all would. And I was in a decent marriage. It was a bad marriage at all. The person was wonderful. My Uncle Jeffrey can tell you. My family loved my ex-wife. Cool people, good people. I don't pick no evil people that walk around in my life. Some people do. They'll pick somebody that's so evil that you got to be in a divorce with them. Not me. It was just we drifted. And since we lived in a no-fault country, ain't nobody had to have a fault. And so when I let you know, statistically, there is no way in the world I would recommend getting married in the United States. And I say that I say this off air. I say this when I'm in the States. I'm telling you how passionate I am about this. You know, when people post on Facebook, your friends and all of them post on Facebook, they get married. I don't congratulate them. Andre, you a savage. Nope. I'm about to sit up here and live and lie. Remember I told you last episode, Andre used to be lying about everything. I'm not about to sit up here and live a lie. Oh man, I'm so happy for y'all. No, I'm not. Oh, y'all gonna be that couple. No, you won't. Statistics say 70% of y'all anger. If you put 100 weddings on the same day in front of you, and 70% of those weddings is just a waste of time and waste of money, 70% is like you playing the lottery. It's just like you playing the lottery when you getting married. And so I wouldn't do it in the States. And that's why when I did it in another country, and a country that had fault to it. Meaning that if Andrea decided to leave, she got to have a fault. She got to have a reason. You can't just be up talking about you about to leave, Andre. I'm going to sit up here and wait till we buy these properties and do all this. And then when we get this, then I'm going to leave him. Don't work like that here. You crazy. No, it don't work like that here. Let me get ready to continue on with the shout out. Thanks, Deb. Thanks for your comment. I appreciate that. It is sad about the loss. My man XL Pro in the building. The main representing Demond. Floyd, shout out to you, brother. He said the whole thing about ex-girlfriend suing for alimony is nuts. Yes. And that's how bad it is in the States. To where women feel so bold, not all women, but some women feel so bold that they could be ex-girlfriends. But here's the kicker. You got women in the States that sign paperwork as girlfriends. And they like Tiger Woods' girl. She's still trying to sue. Girl, didn't you sign some paperwork? Yeah, I'm going to still sue. Who told you you could sue? You see how sad that is? Because you the ex-girlfriend, the MMA boxer or fighter, he's dealing with that. And this is in another country. It's just sad how when you have these no-fault countries with the laws that are on the women's side, I ain't mad at you, ladies. Get them. Hey, fellas, I'm going to tell y'all something in all sincerity, and I mean this, guys. If you dumb enough to get married in the United States, knowing A, you got a 70% chance of it not working out, and B, you in a no-fault country, if she take everything, that's your fault. I'm looking right in the camera talking to you. That's your fault. But I love her. Dudes, can we be real, fellas? Like I always say, men only have women in their lives for two reasons. It could be one or two or both of them. You ready? This grown man talk. You might want to get a pen, like I always have, pen and piece of paper. Two reasons why every single man has from Adam all the way down to me. There's only two reasons, whether it be one of them, one of the two, or both of them together. One of the two, I got Andrea, or one of the reasons why I have Andrea. You ready? Any woman, I don't care if she's friend, girl, other than your mom or your sister, aunt, family members. I'm talking about anybody that's coming to your life, but especially in a relationship. Two reasons, guys. Reason number one, because you want or need that person in your life. Where you need a female friend. Some of us got our female friends. They're like our play sisters, good people. Look out for us. Where you need or want that person in a relationship. You know, that's your boo, that's your girlfriend. She could be your girlfriend, your wife, your lover, your side piece, whatever it is. You want her in your life. That's the number one reason. Y'all need or want her in your life. No man is letting a woman in his life that he don't want her or need her. We don't just have women just hanging around our lives. We don't want them in our lives, or at least need them in one capacity or another. So that's the number one reason. I have Andrea in my life because I wanted to be there, and I needed to be there because she represents certain things on the feminine side of the Spence label or Spence name that I represent on the masculine side of the Spence name. Number two, here's the one that's gonna bust your head. Hey, Deb, here's the other one. Share this with your girlfriends in Atlanta. The number two reason why men have women in their lives, all the way through the Bible, all the way through the Roman Empire, Egyptian Empire, Mesopotamian, Persian Empire, the Mongols, all the way to the Roman, to the British Empire, all the way till today. Number 2 reasons, because we don't want the next month to get her. We men, we are territorial creatures. We will sit up there and stay in a bad relationship, or we will start getting serious with somebody just because we don't want the next man to have her. That's why it's so easy for a woman to give a man sometimes an ultimatum. Well, we've been together this long, and if you don't marry me, da. Now he's already proven that he needs or wants her in his life because they've been together that long. Let's say 9 years. Then she say, this is just too long. Either you marry me or I'm moving. And what happens? In his mind, he can't imagine her cooking, taking care of, supporting, being intimate with Keith down the street. Some of you dudes, it's just blowing your mind to just imagine your baby mama with your kids going to a picnic with another man. Oh, hell no. I stay in this marriage, or I stay in this relationship. I ain't going nowhere. I wish you would get somebody else firehead like she give me firehead. Those are the 2 reasons. Because we want them in our lives, or because we don't want the next man to have them in their lives. We ornery, ladies. We are territorial, and we some ornery. And dudes that be saying, I ain't ornery, I am. I ain't gonna even pretend like I ain't ornery. No, I don't want another man to have my woman in his life. No, I ain't stupid like that. Y'all be pretending like y'all ain't. Some of y'all dudes ain't both. Y'all may be one side. I just want her in my life because I like her. I want to be in my life, part of my life. But some of you dudes, y'all just keep her around for an extra 3-4 years, knowing you don't want her, knowing y'all argue every day, knowing the sex life has gone downhill, knowing you cheating on her, but you wish she would get another piece of man. I wish she would go out on a date smiling and happy and coming home. I wish she would arch that butt up in the air for another man. Those are the only 2 reasons a man has a woman in his life, ladies. That's it. That is it. There is no other reason. Everything else fall up under that umbrella. Everything else, having kids, making money, peace, friendship, all of that fall up under those 2 umbrellas. Don't you never let no man try to talk you into thinking that he either with you for no other reason. Those are the only 2 reasons we got. We simple. We only need 2 reasons. Shout out to Floyd being in the building. Shout out to Philip, my man, too. Londo's representing as well. Thank you very much, brother. From North Carolina, North Kakalaka in the building. Charlotte, I was gonna move there, but I swear, man, I like Charlotte. I really like that area. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Londo. I appreciate that. I really do. I don't take that for granted. Father of many nations in the building, as well as Grizzo representing, giving a salute to the chat. Philip saying, giving the peace. He said he is South Beach right now, enjoying his best life, watching the live in the hoop game. Man, boy, them Lakers looking bad. Whoa. They looking punch drunk. I thought they was going to try to come back the other night, but in L.A., they look bad. Lakers were playing like they was practicing. They was playing like it wasn't even a real game. Lakers forgot all what defense was. Like, y'all know you could play defense in this game, right? Lakers were playing like defense was illegal. I was like, so y'all gonna just they made Denver look like everybody was Steph Curry. It was so many 3 points being thrown up in the air. I ain't never seen that many threes being thrown in the air. they just made it, they made it seem like the whole team of Denver was nothing but Steph Curry's threes. It was like they looking at the bench like hey, if the bench can make threes like that, come on, Lakers. So y'all ain't playing no defense. So y'all just gonna let them boys score like that. And then the Lakers gonna try to come back in the last 10 minutes as if they had a real chance. Come on, man, stop that. Yeah, Lakers, y'all this season, yeah, y'all gonna have to reevaluate what y'all doing. Get that defense on point. Y'all need y'all Dennis Rodman on the other side. All right, so 75% chance of divorce in California. Woo. Ooh. It's the finals of the building representing. Shout out to you, brother. Colombiano Dominican from Queens, representing both sides. All right. What's up, senor? Y'all know, right, senor? The married man, the older man. Jackson Heights, New York, Queens. That's what I'm talking about, man. Representing the New York brothers in the house. Well, who is this stranger, pray tell? Is that the realest of the real brothers? He said, you're completely wrong, Andre. Steve Harvey said, as soon as he said Steve Harvey said, soon as I saw the first line, because Steve Harvey said, okay, he said, Steve Harvey said, women shouldn't have to bring a dang thing, anything to the table, even if she lives. Let's talk about Steve. Let's break Steve down. Okay. Even if she leaves you with nothing, plus you never get a prenup, you never got a prenup because Steve Harvey said so. Steve still doesn't have a prenup. Steve met his first wife, had twins by that first wife. I think he had twins and he had another child, if I'm not mistaken. Cheated on the first wife, who was down for him. We ain't had nothing when he was just a regular dude, didn't know who the hell he wasn't even in comedy yet. He was just a regular dude. He wasn't even selling insurance yet. Just a regular broke brother that dropped out of college. I'm gonna say that again. She gave this dude a chance when he was broke and nothing and dropped out of college. This wasn't no Steve Harvey show, Steve Harvey at the Apollo yet. No, she was with him when he was nothing and had twins, right? And then I think they had a boy. Cheated on her for the chick that he married second. Well, we all know, guys. Come on, guys. Real players know. Man, you don't marry no side chick. You don't boo no side chick. The only time I get sad dudes justification with the side chick. You want to hear it? Check it out. And it's like this much justification. You get caught by your wife or your main boo. She done kick you out. You ain't got nowhere to go. Sad chick said, come on through. You can stay here for a few days. I'm going to give you a few days of staying with the sad chick to find out what you going to do about your new apartment situation. That's as far as I'm going to give you with the sad chick. You don't move in. You don't fall in love with the sad chick. Don't be talking about no boo. You my boo. If it wasn't for my wife and being with my kids. Oh, no. All them lies that y'all be selling the States to the sad chick. Don't do that, man. Steve did that. And then after he lost the first wife, who from day one to this day, she's been cool and quiet as a cucumber. You ain't heard nothing from his first wife. Nothing. Twins, his daughters, gorgeous. They don't even trip. They be like, my daddy ain't right, but you'll never see them in the media every other day. Get with the second chick. I think he gave her a shorty. Cheated on her with old watermelon head Marjorie. So now he on stage doing his comedy show. Mary, mind you, Mary tells Marjorie, because he knew the friend in the front row, like, who is that? Oh, that's my friend. Tell your girl I'ma marry her. Dude, you are married. How you gonna marry somebody you just met when you are married? That's like me seeing one of these old females here. Dude, I live in Colombia, where it's women walking around here look way better than Marjorie. Marjorie's a beautiful older woman. I'm not about to sit up here and tell these older women, listen, you so fine. We gonna get married. Bruh, I'm already married. That's how dirty Steve Harvey is, bruh. It runs deep with Steve, man. He dirty. And so the second wife just went on a YouTube social media rant. Girl, you was a side chick. You got with a cheater. You married a cheater. Did you actually think he was gonna stop being a cheater? That's like right now. If y'all think Steve Harvey ain't got no side chick, y'all try to rabbit ass mine. If you think ain't none of them chicks that done bought that book ain't threw that coochie on Steve in all these years, man, I heard this a long time ago, and it is so true. Look for a beautiful woman, and you'll find a woman that just got cheated on. Beauty does not keep you from being cheated on. Any beautiful woman will tell you, I get cheated on just as easy as the next woman. Beauty does not keep you. I know women that get fire head and fire coochie, and they still get cheated on. So there's no such thing as because she who she is, you ain't gonna cheat. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't put that pressure on Andrea. Andrea, I need you to be this, that, and this. Why? So I don't cheat. Oh no, I don't put no pressure like that on Andrea. Hell no. I tried that with the first wife. It failed. That's why I was cheating all the time. That ain't work. Now I focus on Andrea. I focus on all the benefits that I get of being in a relationship and stable. And I make sure that I don't put myself in positions. So those are the benefits for me. I think about my benefits, not just focusing on because of my wife. No, that don't, because I love her so much, I won't cheat. That don't work. Anybody that try to tell you that they ask any dude that cheated, tell him, ask him, do he love his woman? Yup, he does, but he still cheated. What's my point in saying all that is? Man, Steve is trash. Trash Harvey. And but you know what? On the business side, I can't hate. Steve, Derek Jackson, what's that? Jamal Bryant, that pastor that got like 3 or 4 babies out there with women in the church. These men all know one thing. All you have to do is tell a woman what you want, what they want to hear, and you will be rich for the rest of your life. Steve Harvey, Derek Jackson, Jamal Bryant, and all them other pandering brothers out there, that Bishop Jakes, all of them know one thing. The black church of today, let's put it like this, not just Bishop Jakes, the black church of today knows one thing. In order to keep your doors open, you better pander to every woman that walks through that door. You better tell every lie. Hey, Atlanta is filled with pastors that get paid for lying to women. Not about God, but about themselves. They ain't lying about God, but they will lie to women about themselves. You got a chance, girl. Keep the faith, girl. Believe Jesus got your man coming right around the corner. No, he don't. Even Jesus stopped lying. Jesus be looking at pastors like, stop lying on me like that. You be seeing women in Atlanta, in Detroit, Memphis, Tennessee, Oklahoma, shouting to the top of y'all lungs, running around the black church. Texas, woman, thou art loose. And you still ain't got a man. How long you been running around them churches? Come on, fellas. How long we been seeing our aunties, our cousins, our nieces? How long we been seeing the females we went to college with, the females that are co-workers? How long we been seeing co-workers every Sunday running around the church in the name of Jesus, and ain't no man showed up? No time too soon. They've been running around donating money to these old conniving pimps. I could do it. Y'all see how well I speak, boy. If all I got to do is create a channel and just pander to women. Ladies, men ain't right. They ain't babies. They ain't right. They ain't right. And all of a sudden, I'm getting per video 200, 300,000 views. Super chats like crazy. Patreons like crazy. Why? Because I'm lying to women. And these guys know how to do it. And that's why Steve Harvey rich. And he lied so well to women, they gave him a whole show. Shout out to my man Beach Material in the building. My man Growth. That's right, Growth. Stopping in for a like and some love. Thanks for showing the love. I appreciate that. He said, we got 43 watching, only 28 likes. Click that like button, guys. Make sure you do that for us, guys. Also, if you're interested in getting a consultation, now notice, consultations for men are not just for if you're relocating or for vacations. A lot of times I do consultations, man, it be about life issues. I want you guys to know this. Some of you guys really, okay, let's be for real. Some of you guys ain't got nobody to really sit down and listen to your issue that you could trust. B, some of y'all going through some issues that everybody around you lying as if they ain't never went through no issues. You notice I don't lie. Y'all know my whole story. You know why I told my whole story? From incarceration to divorce to cheating to whatever it was. To not saying I came to Colombia with 300,000. No, I came to Colombia with 20,000 in a business plan. That was it. And a few years later, making $6K a year. I tell y'all my whole story. Why? Because most of us, we can relate to each other. And most of us can relate to people that don't lie. And so a lot of times you guys reach out to me for consultations about just some life stuff, man. Like, Dre, I'm going through this. Hear me out. I'm addicted to this. Hear me out. Sometimes we just need somebody just to hear us out as men. So if you just need a consultation in regards to just, I'm a man talking to another man that have been through some of the stuff that I done been through, hit your boy up. Don't just think it's about vacations consultations or relocation consultations. I kid you not, man. I kid you not, because I'm going to tell you something in all sincerity. And I'm not a counselor or anything, but I'm your brother. And I'm going to tell you something. I give up about you more than the people that's walking around you, your coworkers do at times. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. I know what it's like to walk around and I ain't got nobody to talk to. And I'm a man. And I'm a grown man. Over 40, and I ain't got nobody to talk to. I got to pretend around my boys that everything is put together, even though I had the good house, the good wife, 2 step kids that were great kids. I got the big trucks, the nice cars, the vacations. So why is my life so effed? And so I had to come to some realities and stop lying to myself. And maybe some of you guys need to talk to somebody about coming to some realities too, whether it be about your health, whether it be about what your goals are, how to revamp or restructure your goals, whatever it may be. But feel comfortable reaching out to your boy in regard to that, man. I kid y'all not, man. You're not that, like, I kid y'all not. And the other reason why I tell my story first, because I didn't want some female, no offense, ladies, I didn't want some female coming on YouTube saying, guess what I found out about Andre? Girl, all my business on YouTube and on long before you said it. I put my story out there, my testimony out there first. So no female, no Kendra G's and all those other females that's on the gossip circuits could sit back and say, oh, he's got 100 million views now. But guess what he did? Oh, it's all out, bruh. It's all out there. I'll show you photos myself. You ain't got to worry about somebody else showing you photos. I'll show you photos myself. So always feel comfortable with that, guys. So if you want consultations about business or in Colombia, if you want consultations about real estate, consultations about relocation, vacation, or if you just want to talk man to man, bro, I got a lot of dudes that hit me up just on man to man. Hit me up, man. I mean that from the bottom of my heart because I got your back. I got your back. And I've been there when it wasn't nobody to really talk to about my shit. And I just had to suck it in like a man because I ain't have another dude to talk to. Even my boys. We all sitting around pretending and stuff. Shout out to Kings of Dreams in the building. He said, I'm a Laker fan. Hold on. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, shake your head, man. I'm just saying. They looking crazy. I'm like, are they out there practicing? I'm like, Denver playing and the Lakers practicing. Practice? We talking about practice. Thank you guys for subscribing to our other channel, Travel and Ravel as well. Appreciate that, guys. Twan is in the building. He said, that's why I stopped going to church. A lot of us, long time ago. These preachers are not telling the truth, and the men are supposed to be head of the household and leading our community. Yes, you know when it got bad, Twan, when you had all those, when you got pastors started. Here's when it got bad, like in the mid 90s, early 2000s, when women would come home and said, but pastor said, remember that? But pastor said, and dudes be like, okay, okay, cool. You know, like once or twice you kind of like, okay, I got you. But pastor said, you know, pastor was right about that. But then your woman kept saying, but pastor said all the time. And you like, you know what? You can go, what you effing your pastor? Because women don't realize you can. I could even respect if you said, well, the Bible says, or well, God says. Okay, cool. Ladies, y'all wasn't doing that. The reason why y'all lost men in the church is because y'all made pastor the man or your man in the church. And men got tired of it. You can't have two men, one man in the church, and then you got another man at home. And we tired of it. We got tired of that. We're like, you know what? Cool. Got it. Now I go to church here, completely different attitude, completely different atmosphere. And I was looking today when we went to church. I purposely did this today. And I just kind of like, it was probably that they had 3 services, and it was probably 900 people, 1,100 people in this service, right? That we were in, the 11 o'clock service. And I purposely looked around today in my mind. And I looked around and I saw all these men in this church. All these men. I saw fathers with their sons. So many fathers and sons. No woman there. Just fathers and sons. You know, a lot of ladies there with their daughters. Or in a lot of couples there. I said, this is what church is supposed to be like. It's not supposed to be 90% women in the church and just a few of us brothers. Nah. You won't see that in the mosque or in the temples, but in the black church, yeah, you'll see that. He said, I miss Reverend X. I know, right? Okay, here we go. He says, now it's time that dog ass miserable single women go running to you with that my dick in her mouth. Okay, oh man, you coming vulgar with it, man. You just trying to get me, man. You got to put this in the super chat because you trying to get me really not make any money off this video. Tell her she effed up her life up on her own truth, and stay out of mentally healthy people's business. This is true. That's true, brother. I gotta give you some brownie points with that one, even though you use like a ton of profanity. I'm trying to cut back on my profanity. You made me feel like, excuse me, guys. Make sure you fill out your check, Meg, when you come to Colombia. Yes, when you come and leave Colombia. Shout out to my man Jay Fleming in the building. Also, guys, if you're thinking about coming to Colombia and you want to permanently live here, one of the easiest ways to do it is apply for your digital nomad visa. Really simple process. It really is. Right now, Andre is helping a gentleman right now fill out his form. All right, let's get ready to get started. We're going to get started on hope I hit everybody. We're going to get started on the 7 benefits of getting married for men outside the United States. Now, the easy one is, well, for a visa, I could permanently live in another country because I'm married, so I get the married visa. We're gonna shelf that one. We're not even going to talk about that. We should put that one on the shelf. That's low-hanging fruit. Anybody could say that. All right. Floyd says, I'm surprised that many people know about Revenant. Oh, Revenant. Oh, yeah. And shout out to that. He said, I thought I was the only person who watched PBC. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so you're not the only one. So first benefit we're going to talk about. First benefit for men when it comes to marrying outside of the country. There is no common law in many countries. You can't get got in many countries. For example, in Colombia, what you come in with is what you leave with. What you got together is what y'all split up in half, 50-50. So if you came in a millionaire, you can walk out a millionaire. What y'all acquired together is what y'all split in half. A lot of countries are like that. They don't lean towards just benefiting the woman. A lot of countries don't have, well, she could just leave you for no reason. That doesn't fly. That's another reason why no offense to ladies in the United States, that's why you rarely see women in the United States go to other countries and get married. They'll go to another country and get in a relationship, or they'll go to another country and get smashed. But it's rare that you see an American woman get married in another country. Does it happen? Yes, but it's not a commonplace like it is with men. Why? They don't receive those I can leave him whenever I want to benefits. If you have kids by him, it's not a given in certain countries that she could take the kids. So if you're going to get married in other countries, at least you're protected, guys, from that no-fault divorce. That stuff doesn't work. Now, like I said, marriage is not for everybody. Most guys, the institution of marriage, it ain't for them. But like I said, I love the institution of marriage. It's the institution of divorce that got on my last nerve in the States. So that's the first benefit that you can be at peace with. Second benefit, your health. A lot of guys don't know this. Here you go. Married men live longer than unmarried men. Yeah, statistically, that is one. I've been knowing that stat even before I got married. Married men live longer and have healthier lives than unmarried men. We were out at the club last night, having a great time, right? We going from one spot to the next spot and I'm thinking to myself, you know what I thought to myself by the time we got to like the second or third club? I don't see how certain YouTubers do this all the time. And it had nothing to do with age. You guys know I'm healthy. I'm out there. I'm in the gyms. I love being on the dance floor. But I don't see how certain YouTubers can drink every other weekend, party, and visit all these clubs from country to tasting all the fast foods of every country and all the, I can't do it for y'all. I love y'all brothers, but I can't show y'all every club in every country, in every location, in every restaurant, in every smashing every chicken. No, man, dude. That puts wear and tear on your body. And some guys often do that. They treat their bodies like that in the States. And this is why, statistically, men who are married to the right woman, I'll say that again, this is just a disclaimer, to the right woman in regards to all these stats I'm about to say, even outside the country, live longer. We have healthier lives. We're more prone to take care of our bodies. We're more prone to think about our, now mind you, I know some dudes that got married. She was fine. He was fine. 2 years later, both of y'all fat as hell. Because you married somebody that don't give a care about her weight, and she showed you not to care about your weight. Or it was vice versa. You didn't care about your weight, and she didn't care about, and we try to say that as, well, they have happy weight. That's a woman's term. Women made that up. Well, that's happy marriage weight. Men didn't make that term up. I'm gonna say this again. There's a lot of stuff that we say sometimes as men. We didn't make that mess up. Women made that up. Happy life, happy wife, happy spot. I mean, happy life. Nobody say that. It's happy spouse, happy house. If I'm happy, we got a happy house. If she happy, we got a happy house. We're spouses, happy spouse, happy house. Ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. Women made that up. Just like women made up the happy weight statement. Oh, y'all married for 2 years. Y'all just put on a little happy weight. No, y'all both got lazy with taking care of your bodies. And you took care of your body as a single dude. That's why I say sometimes it backfires on some of you guys that marry the wrong woman, because the right woman will have you focus on your health from day one until the last day. So when you see people that look cool when they was single, and all of a sudden they look messed up while they married, you done married the wrong female dude, or the female married the wrong dude. Maybe you weren't the right one for marriage. Because statistics show that as a man, if you get married to the right one, your health will get better and you will live longer than single men. The next one we're going to look at. So we already talked about the no fault in other countries. But if you go to other countries with healthier foods and healthier options, and you got a good woman, you have a better opportunity of living longer, a healthier life. The next one, statistics, career stability. Did you know this? That the average man that's married to a good woman, especially outside the United States, over time, you will be making the equivalent of a master's, as if you had went to school and got your master's degree. Married men. They don't say that about single men. I know some single men with a lot of money too. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But they say statistically, married men make more money than single men. Hate to say it, all you single brothers. I know y'all sitting back there, but I own this and I got this, and my boy married and he broke. When you are married to the right one, statistically, I ain't talking about married to some buckethead. I'm talking about when you're married to the right one. Statistically, on average, married men focus more on investments and their income on a long-term scale. They focus on their retirement. Married men focus more on their health, and married men focus more on career stability than single men. You know, come on, we got some single friends that done jump from job to job to job to job. Boy, you married. Your wife ain't gonna be letting you jump to too many jobs before y'all gotta have a long talk. That's some of the benefits of marriage. I'm gonna get to the comments in a second. G.S. Lewis he says, would it be because married men want to live healthier and see their offspring, prosper? Correct. Married men often have a why outside of themselves. Single men, usually when you're single, you just have a why for yourself. Kevin Sebi said the same thing. Men who get married usually upgrade. Yes. Somebody asked Kevin one day, would you remarry? He said, yeah. He said, with the right one, yeah. You got Dennis Sperling engaged right now. And Dennis met his fiance on Kevin Samuels' Facebook group. So statistically, marriage is healthier. Emotional and mental health is the next one. When you marry the right woman, especially outside the United States, because I'm going to emphasize outside the United States, because even if you have all these a good woman that checks off all these boxes that I'm talking about, and all these good things are happening, all she has to do is wake up one day. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to keep emphasizing this. You could get in a marriage to where, as a man in the United States, your income has gone up in regards to your marriage. You got your kids, offspring, lineage, great. You got 3 houses y'all own, investments, wonderful. 2 to 3 vacations a year. Everything, and money put to the side. You take care of her family, and you take care of your family. Everything is going great. And all she has to do in the States is to wake up one day and say, I need to go find myself. And all those benefits that you gathered from marriage is gone. Everything that I'm saying means nothing to a person getting married, for a man getting married in the United States. I am not talking to you. I'm going to say this again. Even though many of these stats are true in the States, I'm not talking to you. Why? Because in a no-fault country, she does not have a reason, Dude, how many times have we heard that dude was at the kitchen table eating breakfast, or he was at work, or you was on lockdown? Because I've seen this plenty of times. Dudes getting an envelope in the mail. I want a divorce. Dudes getting an envelope at the kitchen table. I want a divorce. Letter coming to a package or a courier coming to his job. Package for Mr. Spence. I get the package. She wants a divorce. How many times have we heard that from dudes she just in your hospital bed? I want a divorce. Take everything. I'll never forget, I saw this little YouTube short of this white dude, man, older white dude. He said, I bust my butt for 62 years. He said, I was married for about good 35. He said, I made sure she had the best of everything. My kids had the best of everything. He said, little did I know, all those years she was cheating on him. Said when the kids got grown, she took everything. He said, I have nothing. He said, I didn't protect any of my money. He said, because we were kids, I never think about, he said, I thought prenups were for movie stars and sports figures. He didn't realize that he lived in a country where marriage is beautiful, but divorce is for women. Marriage is for couples. Divorce is for women. And I know it sounds kind of scary the way I'm saying it, but I'm trying to give y'all guys some straight heads up. And I know it's some dudes that right now will cuss me out. If I was in the States and I was among 50 married dudes, dude, you better believe I'm gonna get cussed out by 50 dudes that's gonna tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about until I pull out the stats. I'll let them cuss, fuss, cry, be ready to fight, everything. And I'll sit back and I'll watch them. The statistic, it's 50 of y'all in here, right? 50, right? Y'all done talking? I'll let y'all talk. Y'all done talking? Y'all done yelling? Statistics show 75% of y'all gonna get divorced while y'all yelling at me right now. While y'all raising y'all voice, trying to cuss me out, fuss me out. When you get done, in time, statistics show that if I come back 10 years from now, 70% of y'all ain't gonna be able to make it here. That's why these stats I'm talking about I ain't talking to you U.S. married dudes. This is not for you. This, you might want to go to another channel that promote marriage for men in the United States, because we don't promote that here. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I done seen too many men get used in the name of her just waking up from a yawn, and the next day I don't want to be married no more. I'm not trying to live in a no-fault country. I don't want to live in a country where a girlfriend can sue you or try to sue you because she was a girlfriend and she wants some money. She ain't a baby mama. She not a wife. You ain't never asked her to marry you, but because she was a girlfriend. And y'all laugh at Tiger Woods. And y'all laugh at the MMA fighter dude, the brother that's going through it. But don't think that some of these females ain't tried to pull this to some regular guys like us in regards to, well, I was with you for 10 years. I wish you would. I'm taking you to court. You ain't taking my car away just because it's in your name. And now you got to go to court to get that car back. So let's not laugh at Tiger Woods and these dudes' ex-girlfriends are trying to sue them, because y'all regular dudes in the States going through some hell too. And like I said, if I was in a panel right now, 50 dudes be cussing me out. I'm talking about some good, stable, religious, focused, been with their wife for 10, 3 kids deep. You can't tell me nothing. Cool, I got you. I ain't telling you nothing but the stats. Don't cuss, don't shoot the messenger. The stats are saying that 70% of y'all that's cussing me out, y'all ain't gonna be married in 10 years any damn way. And that's one of the reasons why if they asked me to be on a panel with married men in the States, you would never see me on one. Why? 10 years from now, that panel will be obsolete. Why? Because most of those dudes on that panel will be divorced anyway. That's how bad it is in the United States. Shout out to my man, Black Nubian with the Canadian. $2 super chat, $2.20. I'll take that love, brother. Thank you very much. Y'all better start learning a second language for real. Remember, Kevin said competition is not Wendy, it's Magali. It's the Latin system. That's the competition. Next one is sex. Some of y'all don't realize that. You think that, and this probably was the hardest one for me to realize. But when you marry the right person and y'all have a healthy sex life, it is better than jumping from chick to chick to chick to chick to chick to chick. It really is. I ain't gonna even lie. When you got you a good, healthy sex partner, and you got a partner that y'all can explore and do some things, some freakiness. Not no LGBTQ. I'm talking about some freakiness that y'all like together. I like that. I ain't gonna even lie. Y'all never heard my story about running through chicks. It was what it is. Dude, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all anything like me, I gotta admit, like a good 99% of chicks, I can't even remember their name. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something I ain't told nobody for. This is the first time I'm confessing this. I can at least easily say about good 15% of the chicks that I smashed, I couldn't tell you their name. I don't know too many brothers that can confess. I couldn't tell you their name. If you put a gun to my head, and I'm talking about when I was smashing them, I would just call them baby or some little pet name. I couldn't tell you their name. And I was so sincere with the little pet name that they never thought about, you don't even know my real name, do you? And I'm talking about, I could be smashing somebody for 6 months, smashing her for a year, smashing this person over here for 7 days. I couldn't tell you their name. About a good 15%. And they were good people. It wasn't like there was trash, smashing trash. Good. It was just so many of them, I couldn't remember everybody's name. But in a good stable marriage, they say sex life is safer when you ain't cheating for real, and it's better when you got the right partner. I'm just saying, fellas. Like I said, this was my hard pill to swallow. But I can admit, when you with somebody that you got a healthy intimacy life with, you like, okay, cool, I'm good. With me here in Colombia, y'all see, I'm surrounded by gorgeous women from all over South America, and I appreciate beauty. I'm like you do, like that. She fine. Look at her. I saw a couple of them today. Boy. You see that the fine was in church, but I don't desire them. I don't fiend for them. If Andre wasn't around, I would be. No, I don't. No, that's all right. Because I have a healthy intimacy life with the person I'm with. Now, was it always like that with everybody? No. But like I said, man, that's my first time admitting that one. About 15 to 20%, dude. And I mean, from the time they told me their name on the phone, because you be on Plenty of Fish. Black Voices back in the day, Black Planet. Female give you their name. You start a conversation and you forgot what the name is. And you don't go back to and all of a sudden it's 2 dates in. And now you smashing them. And now this was my excuse. Then I'm embarrassed to ask the name. Like, okay, now what? Could I ask you something? So now I'm looking around their apartment to see something that got their name on it. Anything that got a name. Anything. Yeah, man, Dre the Ripper was at it, man. Dude, I was tying him to the train tracks and twisting my mustache, bruh. For real. That was me. For real. And I couldn't remember their name. So I'm looking around their house. I'm hoping they drop their ID on the floor so I can say, oh, her name is Kimberly. Nothing. I can't see nothing with their name. I don't see no bills sitting around, nothing to where I can see what their name is, man. And stop judging, because I know I ain't the only one that has smashed somebody that you didn't even know what their name was. And you was still smashing them, and you would just forget it. I ain't gonna even ask. I'm just keep calling her boo or babe or whatever it is. Or baby. I ain't the only one. Stop making me feel guilty. Not the come on, Black Newbie. I ain't the only one. I'm gonna put a 1 in the comment for myself. I ain't gonna even ask y'all. I'm just put a 1 in the comment just for me. Just for me. Yeah, man. I kid you not. That's the first time I ever told anybody that, man. So you guys get an exclusive, man. Kid y'all not. It just was like, and it wasn't like I was purposely doing it. It wasn't like I was purposely not trying to remember a person's name. But like I said, I had so many people I was dating, and then it would literally be like that. I had a number, and then the first phone call, you chopping it up, but you never get in the habit of saying their name. Deborah, don't judge. You never get in the habit of saying their name. Thank you, guys. Thank you for putting the 1 in the comment. And so a day to go by, and you just say, "Oh man, you look so pretty," and this, that. But in the conversation, you're not in the habit of saying their name. You talking to them for 2-3 hours, and you never say their name. And so all of a sudden, now you're in the habit of not using their name, and all of a sudden, you smash like the second time, or third time, or even the first night, dude. And don't let them have a nickname or pet name. I really don't know their real name. I could easily say 70% I didn't know their last name. That's easy. 70%. I couldn't tell you their government last name for nothing. Nothing. I could tell you nothing about the last name. Couldn't pronounce it, couldn't spell it, couldn't guess it, nothing. So he said, I had one, she forgot my name. You say it's Antonio. Girl, my name is Antoine. I was close. Antonio. Yeah, man. Yeah, so it is what it is. It is what it is. But those people, I didn't have a healthy, I had a good sex life with many of those women, but I didn't have a healthy sex relationship where, we could talk about all the little, maybe one or two here and there. You could talk about all the little freaking things that you really want to do. But yeah, most of them you just like smashing and they smashing you and you just moving on. We got 61 people in the live stream. Make sure you click that like button, guys. All right. Next, we're going to look at good looking out, GS. Next, we're going to look at is this. Let's see what we got next. We already talked about health expectancy, life choices, being married, especially outside the United States. Us married dudes, or at least us dudes in stable relationships, let's put it like that too. It's been many a dude that ain't got their head bust open because I'm married. I'm telling you, a lot of us in stable relationships, you be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna let this go. So I'm gonna go home to my family and let this dude slide. Because if I ain't had no fam, I'll be going home. I'll be putting my steel-toe boots on, or I'll be pulling something out of my trunk. So let me calm down, go home to the family. A lot of times you get that mental stability when you're married to the right person. You're like, you know what? Let me sit my ass down somewhere. Let me go ahead and chill, because I feel like ripping somebody's head off, but I don't feel like my wife having to come downtown to get me out of jail for ripping somebody's head off. Pause. Ripping somebody's head off because this fool owe me $500. I'm gonna have to come up with another way to get my money. Yeah, being married or in a stable relationship will keep you from tearing something up. Yeah. That's the case of being a father too. Yeah, parenthood would keep, yeah. And I was a stepdad, and even as a stepdad, I realized, like, man, you know what? Let me go ahead let me count to 10 before I tear up something like I used to. Boy, y'all better be happy I'm a Christian. Y'all better be happy I'm a parent. That's how you say it, boy, when you're a parent. Like, boy, if I wasn't standing here next to my shorty, I put a hot ball in you so fast. That's serious, man. The kids and your spouse keep you out of stuff that when you single, you forget it. We about to tear it up. Now, does that always help? Nope. Because we all know some violent fathers that's in jail right now for jumping on somebody, or some violent husbands. But for the most part, they say that it gives us stability in regards to balancing out our behavior patterns, our decision making abilities or skills. Also, the next benefit of being married, and like I say, I ain't talk to you stateside dudes, because all these benefits can be washed away in the States. My man CPT, he said I had given the boss's son a pass, and I still worked there and would have caught a case if I had to respond. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta take that deep breath and be like, you know what? I have more responsibility, so I'm gonna let this slide. But if I ain't have my shorty and I ain't had his child support, or if I ain't had no family to take care of, oh, yeah. I'd have stomped my steel-toe boots. You better believe that one. Yeah, I'm old school, steel-toe boots, still rocking the steel-toe boots. For all you young boys that don't know nothing about them steel-toe boots. Y'all be trying to fight in slippers and sandals. I don't know what they be trying to fight in on YouTube. Scuffling in Jordans. Nah, man, I'm old school. I'm about to pull them steel-toe boots out the trunk. We about to do this for real. But the next thing is, and I noticed this among many people, married men and women have better networking options than single people. Do single people have connections? Yes, you do. But people are more prone to accept you when in networking situations, whether it be business or career moves, when you're married, when you have a spouse on your arm and not a date on your arm going to certain functions. We have never elected a single president. I don't think we've ever had a single vice president. Most politicians, most famous actors, whether it be a good or bad marriage, that's not our place to judge. Most sports figures and most people that are networking for business, or you're doing some volunteer work, whatever it may be, people are more prone to trust a couple or a man or a woman that's a couple than they are just a single person. I give you a perfect example. That happens to Andrea a lot. Andrea has male business clients here in Colombia, and she does the accounting work for their company. And as soon as Andrea walks in, the wife was like, "Who is that?" "Oh, babe, that's our accountant. She's been our accountant for years. You just never got a chance to meet her." "Oh, so that's our accountant?" And Andrea would tell me the wives be looking like, "Oh, hell no, not today. Never again. She won't be doing books in this family for our businesses." And then the husband says, "She's married. Her husband is so and so and so and so." And all of a sudden, the wife whole attitude changes. Whole attitude. Andrea said it happens all the time. The wives, if Andrea was single, it would be more of a problem compared to. And in Colombia, they always say, "Is she married?" Because in Colombia is very common for common law. It's a common law country. So they have a saying, "Are you married? Are you married?" And no, she's married. And her husband from the States, and and so forth and so forth. And the wives are like, "Oh, okay, cool," and just the friendliest, nicest women. And so when it comes to networking, yeah, as a single person, yeah, you do have connections and things like that. But I'm telling you, when you married to the right person outside the States, doors open up for you, man, when you're married, just like it does in the States. I don't know why it works out like that. I don't know why we as humans think that married couples somehow are better, but subconsciously we're like that, and that's globally. And the dude could be like Bill Gates with a girlfriend for years on the side, but the business representation is Bill and his wife, Melinda. That's the business representation. You could be Jeff Bezos and his wife and build a $100 billion company, but they did it as a unit. Same thing with what was his name? Bob Johnson. He's smashing old girl, the light-skinned girl that took over BET. She I was wondering how she got to BET so fast after Bob Johnson and his wife sold BT for three billion, and the wife got 1.2 billion, and Bob got 1.8 billion, and they walked away. And then you got the light-skinned sister, Beverly. I think Beverly. I forgot what her name is. That was the head of a BT for years. And then you just recently found out that she smashed her way to the top. She literally was every dude's sad dude. She had the education and everything, but she literally smashed her way all the way to the top to become the head of BT. Literally. Brenda, something like that. Brenda, Beverly. But at the end of the day, people see on a global basis married couples as being better to do business with than single couples. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Now, why do I say on a global basis? Because that's the last one we're going to talk about. The reason why I say on a global basis is this. Most countries are not no-fault countries. So whatever you build with that person, you're going to be with that person for a while. You got to have a reason for divorce. B, most countries are common law countries. That's another thing you guys need to start looking up when you go to these countries. If you for example, Colombia, if you shack up with a female for 2 years, B, she is using the term, or both of you are using the term, this is my husband, this is my wife. Next, that person is over 18 to have all their mental faculties and are not married to somebody else in another country. This is considered common law marriage in Colombia, under 2 years. That means that that person receives that 50-50, whatever y'all created together in that common law relationship, they get 50%, and y'all ain't exchanging no rings. They're gonna still get those benefits. That's why only 20% of Colombians are married. They got a 9% divorce rate. Only 20% are married. Colombia is a heavy common law country. It's in DR2, yeah. So, and the reason why I brought that part up for you guys, if you guys move to other countries and you start shacking up with some chicks, a couple years go by, and you want to leave and get you a condo on the other side of DR, oh, bro, it ain't gonna work like that. Oh, Deborah Lee, and she was married too. And she came, and then when she got the position, she tried to pretend like she was just so elegant, so educated. The reason why I got this because of all the hard work I put in. Yeah, you put in the hard work. I bet you did, man. That's being Deborah. Okay. Peter, shout out to Peter being in the building. Shout out to Will also. He says, Andre, what's your opinion on why women head get big as soon as they get to the U.S.? Oh, that's a good question. And they were humble at their country as soon as they get a little power. Boom. Okay, we're going to answer that one. You ready? Let's ride with it. This is a good one. 2 reasons women change when they go to other countries. Number one reason, Andre and I talk about this all the time. This is why we're not going back to the United States. It has nothing to do with her. It's all me. Andrea will have to adapt to an Andre she has never met before. She has never met Andre driving through bad traffic. She has never seen me in a country full of people with bad attitude and we all bitter about everything. Americans are known for our bitterness and our big mouths. We mad about everything. We mad about everything. We're scared of everything. You don't vote for me, they're going to take away your rights to. If you vote for her, you're going to. They make us fear everything. Every time you turn around, American, you can't walk up to a female in America. Hey, how you doing? You look lovely today. Why you looking? No, I got a man. You're like, wait a minute. I was about to ask you where the nearest KFC is. I don't want you. I was giving you a compliment, about to ask you a question how to get to the KFC, but Andre, there's an Andre she's never seen. The stressed out in the United States. The United States is one of the most stressed out countries in the world. She's never seen me as a stressed out American. She's never seen me in a country where you have mass deletions on a daily basis of kids and adults. She's never seen me in that country. She's never seen me paying with the American dollar declining, yet inflation is going up. Y'all pay. She's never seen me in a country where I have to pay crazy amounts just for a crate of eggs or some milk. She's never seen that. So the first person that your woman is going to have to adapt to the moment she lands in the States is the you she's never met. Some of you dudes, your woman has only seen the vacation you, the work online you, the in her country you. I told Andre, I say this marriage would never survive if you had to live with the American Andre. And I kid you not. This literally, I said that. I said this marriage would never survive if you had to deal with the day-to-day Andre. And don't let me not be working for myself and I'm working for somebody else. And so the stresses and the hours I would have to put in. We don't put in 8 hours United. Who does that anymore? Kevin Samuels told us to put in 60 hours a week anyway, not 40. So to be putting in those hours, I know Andrea, Andrea could tell you, she know I was putting in 60, 65 a week, easy. My Uncle Jeffrey could tell you, I'm always at work. So at the end of the day, she's never seen that Andre putting in 65 hours a day. So she has to adapt to a whole new me. Guys, remember, when you decide to bring somebody to another country, to your country, wherever that is, be ready for her to adapt to you first, because she's in the house all the time with you, and you are showing a new side that she ain't never seen. Number 2 reason why she has to change, not wants to change, has to change, because the new country will treat her differently. I've seen women with photos in Venezuela, regular jeans, looking like a regular Venezuelan cute woman. Nothing bedazzling or nothing. They showed a picture. I think I mentioned this before. They showed a picture of her 2 years later in the States. Miss Diva fashion model. I'm talking about looks no different than any other attractive, cute Venezuelan female. But you put her in the States, she's Sofia Vergara. Even though Sofia's, Colombia from Cartagena. What's my point in saying that is the country, not just the women. See, sometimes we be like, take her to the United States, the women gonna change her. No, the country has to adapt to the country. She's got to adapt to moving in that, to living in that country, the traffic in that country, the food. Realize you take her to a country where it's GMOs. You taking her to a country in the United States where the water is not even healthy in half the cities. You taking her to a country where she is not accustomed to paying that much for a cup of coffee. The country itself will change her long before she gets some girlfriends that got her snapping her head. Now, long before that happened, is you and her becoming an American citizen that's going to change her first. She's got to adapt to this new country. That's why I always say, I know there are guys that have brought their wives back and has very successful relationships. But I know guys that have brought their wives back and are miserable. I know guys that have brought their wives back and the wife don't even want to go on vacation in any other country. Some of you guys were travelers. I'm going to say that again. Some of you guys were travelers. I'm going to come back to you, Stefano. You go to all these other countries. You met your wife in Thailand. You took her back to the States. Guess who ain't never traveled nowhere before? Your wife and girlfriend that you met in Thailand. Guess who only been on a plane in her life maybe twice? Your girlfriend who you brought from the States from Thailand. Guess who ain't never been interested in travel? Your girlfriend that you brought to the States from Thailand. And guess who ain't gonna go on none of your vacations with you? And now your vacations are limited your girlfriend that you brought to the States from Thailand. I know a couple of my partners trapped. I'll say this again, trapped when it comes to vacationing because they want to travel with their wife, but he brought her to the States from whatever country, and now she don't want to go nowhere. I told y'all the story about the one dude came down to Cali, got a girlfriend, took her back to the States. She don't want to go nowhere else. Now he cheating on her in Colombia. I'm like, wait a minute. You came to Colombia to get a Colombian. You took the Colombian back to the States. Now you coming to Colombia to cheat on the Colombian because the Colombian don't want to come back to Colombia. It's a trap. It really is, Men's Daily. And I mean, a couple of dudes are so disappointed. They be so hurt because they get their woman back to the States and they're thinking like, I got days off and let's go to Belize real quick, babe. I don't want to go Belize. She's only been in the United States. Your little girlfriend or wife has only been in the United States for 3 months. She still got that. Her eyes are still like this. She's like this about the United States. And you're like, I want to go to Belize. I don't want to go to Belize. Come on, babe. Let's go to you. I know dudes that's begging for vacations like they begging for coochie. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I've talked to them. A few of my partners, like partners, got their wives in other countries, and now they living vicariously through couples like me and Andrea. I wish my wife was interested in travel like your wife is. That's why I be like, dude, don't be bringing females back to the States just because y'all saw it work out for a couple dudes. That don't mean it's gonna work out for every dude. Straight up, Pete. I'm just saying. That was a good question. He said, first time I ever heard being trapped in the U.S. via wife. Yeah, bruh. Kid you not. I know a couple guys like that, man. Kid you. I'm like, dang. Because this the part. I got one partner. He loves his wife home country. I ain't gonna say what it is, just in case he's watching. I want to put another brother business out there. He loves her home country. Before he met her, he traveled from one end of her country all the way to the other end by himself and met so many people. He loves her country. But she looks at her country like, I'm in the States now. And he wants to go back and visit, not just to visit her family, but to go visit some more spots in her country. And he can't. And he's so frustrated. So they travel a few spots here, a few spots there, but he's frustrated. Guys, don't be bringing them females back to the States, bruh. Pick another country. Pick you another home country. That's what me and Andrea are like this. I ain't going back to the States, right? Cool. She don't want to be in Colombia the rest of her life. Cool. Since we already checked those countries off, okay. Colombia for the rest of the life, okay, we didn't check that off. United States for the rest of our life, no, we didn't check that off. Okay, we got like 190 plus more countries to choose from that both of us can be happy with. If you're going to be in a stable relationship with somebody, if you know that I ain't making United States, I ain't staying in Oklahoma the rest of my life. You crazy, girl. We've seen this on 90 Day Fiance 100 times where the dude bring the chick back to the States and all hell break loose. Or the dude try to live in her country and the country is like so uncomfortable to live in that he like, what? Yeah, about Ecuador. Let's not live here anymore. Find a country that's your middle ground. And that's what we did. And so we're like, okay, we're looking at Europe, Spain, or Portugal. We're looking at that region. We got people there that we're really cool with already. Let's Let's check those out. Will we still be coming to Colombia and hanging out? Yeah, we'll be here all the time. But I want her to be able to get a second passport and a second citizenship, like I'm getting a second passport and I'm getting a second citizenship. And our kids will have 3 passports and 3 citizenships. The country that they're born in, my American passport and citizenship, and her Andrea's Colombian passport and citizenship. Our kids will be born with 3 passports, 3 citizenships. He says, I'll bring my girls to meet the family. That's what we doing. Visiting, you know, Andrea wants to go see LeBron before he retires in a couple of years. Visit my family, visit her people, go to some landmarks, and we out. We might stretch it 2 weeks to a month in the States. It ain't gonna be no more than a month. And that ain't a month in the States. We'll be back in the States for a month. That's a hard pill for me to swallow. He says, like, one of those big debates. Yeah. Should we bring her to the Matrix or not? Yep. Like I say, why even risk it? Charles Tyler was saying back in the day. Yeah, why even gamble with that fact? Why would you want somebody to fall in love with a country that you don't love? I'm gonna say this again. I love the United States, but I'm talking about I'm not in love with the United States. I love the people, I love the culture, I love everything about the foods, everything about my home country. But I'm not in love to where I would never want to go anywhere else. And why would you bring somebody to your home country and they would want to go to other places? And then they don't want to go to other places. Shouts to Stefano. He said, I really put in 60 hours a week. About to log in, even as we speak. Shout out to you for the super chat. Yeah, man. Put in those work hours. They never saw you doing that. They never see you with your work hours. They never see you come home stressed, angry. They never see you when you're cool with your boys, hanging out with your. They've never seen you with the time period where you hang out with your dudes. I have never seen it. They've never seen you doing your hobbies. They've never seen you going out bowling or playing golf or going out fishing. They've never seen that side of you. Where were you today, baby? I was fishing with my boys. I was at the bowling alley. I was here all day waiting for you. And some of y'all don't think about that. You taking her to a whole country. She ain't got no friends. You taking her to your neighborhood. Most of y'all black folks live in black neighborhoods, so they don't know no Spanish. Ain't no Afro-Colombians for her even to relate to. And then you know this, let's be real. Sisters are haters. Let your Afro-Colombian female go to the States with that long, beautiful, wavy, going down her jet black, going down her back, Afro-Colombian hair. In the States, and the rest of them heifers in the States wearing weaves. They gonna hate on your girlfriend so much. Please. She gonna be so stressed. I want to go back home to my country. What's the matter, baby? I just want to go back home. And don't let it be interracial like me and Andrea. Sisters gonna hate. If I was to take Andrea back to an all black community, and she's the only only Colombian there, man, come on. I'm setting her up to be miserable. Some of you dudes are setting these women up to be miserable. And you wonder why she changed. It wasn't, she didn't even have friends enough to say the women, because we always say the women in the States gonna make her change. She gonna get around them. No, bruh. What's gonna make her change is the States. I'm gonna say that again. Before the girlfriends, before she even make any friends, the United States itself will make her change just to adapt to the community. And first thing that's gonna make her change is being around the you who she ain't never met. Shout out to Los being in the building. Nice live stream, Los. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Let's learn crypto TV. Good interview, brother. I was watching live stream while I was putting all this together. He said, I'm happy my girl is terrified of the states, and I reinforce those fears too. I do too. I ain't gonna lie. Every news headline. Did you see the mass deleting that took place today, babe? Another one. They deleted them in church. Oh yeah, Los. That was really good. Very informative. So yeah, guys, if you're gonna get married, especially and if you're gonna get some consultation with Los, especially if you're moving to Colombia, or when it comes to especially cryptocurrency investing, man, y'all need to hit up Los, man. The man is very, very thorough, and he puts the information where the goats can get it. Very simple, not complex in his communication in regards to helping you learn about investing in cryptocurrency. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I saw somebody in the comment section when Los was talking on the live stream. I want to address it here. While Los was in the live stream, somebody put in the comment section saying cryptocurrency is a scam. Cryptocurrency is a scam. One of the biggest Ponzi scams in world history is the U.S. banking system. One of the biggest Ponzi scams of all time. It is scam on top of scam on top of scam. The U.S. banking system is built on scamming you, scamming the investors so that they can bring in money. They literally take, for every $1 that they get from you, they actually borrow $100 from other larger banks or other larger institutions. Then they take that and they invest it in bonds that give them on average 7% return. What do you get for giving them each one of your dollars so they can borrow $100 so they can make 7% returns every year? You get 0.0000 nothing. It is the biggest trick and scam of all times. And if you dare to ask for all your money out, if all of us just went to the bank and asked for all our money out, they would tell us, I ain't got it. And you got the audacity to say that crypto is a scam. I have not one time used, withdrew, added to my crypto account, and I didn't have the money there. Now, does it happen? We read articles where people have situations every day, but for the most part, whatever I want to get out of my account, I can get out of that account. Whatever I want to put in, I can put in. But cryptocurrency is not backed by the government. It's not backed by FDIC insurance. Got news for you. I'm going to bust your head open again. Did you know this? And you can look this one up for yourself. 85% of all bank accounts in the United States, whether it be business or private, are not insured under FDIC. Look it up. You can Google 85% of all American, yours, your mama's, grandma, Nook, Ray and them bank account, 85% of all bank accounts in the United States are not insured under FDIC. And I'm talking about some major banks, from the Charles Schwab's investments to your Vanguard investments to your local Regions Bank to your JP Morgan Chase to your Wells Fargo. 85% of the people on this live stream right now, we got 61, 85 of us, our money ain't even insured under FDIC. Oh, the sign is on the door. Oh, yes, it is. But that ain't your money that's insured. So when people want to sit back and say, well, cryptocurrency ain't insured, neither is your dollars, bro. That makes the scam even worse. The Ponzi scam, the pyramid scam, even worse for the U.S. banking system. It's the worst. I kid you not. I can't think of any other Ponzi scam that's worse than the U.S. banking system. And we still use it, knowing what it is. They don't even hide it no more. They be like, yeah, we do take your dollars and we flip it. And no, we ain't gonna give you none of the money. If we as private citizens started a business, took $1 from our investors, flipped it by getting a bank loan for $100 on every dollar, got 7% interest on it, and never gave any of the profits to the original investors for scamming, we'd be in prison. If we did what the banks do on as individuals. Yeah, that's what they do. Small banks take your money, go to big banks, get a big loan, and then invest it in bonds that allow them to get 7% interest rate. And you don't get none of that. And I'm talking about for every dollar that you give. Can't beat that. I ain't mad at him. Shout out to Los once again. He said these are the guys who are overconfident in changing brings their foreign women or bring the foreign woman to the matrix and find out later on the hard way that she has changed eventually. Yes, she will eventually change. Listen, I talked to Andrea about that. I say, I tell my wife exactly what I tell you guys. She must change to adapt to the United States. She cannot be Andrea that I know and live in the United States at the same time. Impossible. I'm not just talking about the women she's around and all the Latin women telling her about this and that. I'm not even talking about, I'm just talking about she getting off the plane and a few months later, just from being around the U.S. environment, just being around how we act in Walmart, being how we act in traffic, being around how we act when it comes to our prices, watching how we are when it comes to mass deletions, watching how we are with our kids and how we're not as close unit with families as they are in South America. Watching all this unfold, watching our news that just pushes negativity, watching how people keep up with the Joneses in the United States. All this is part of the fabric of being a U.S. citizen that we grew up with. We're used to it. But if you're a foreigner and you come into a country and you aren't used to this, you got to get up. You got to become a part of this fast, long before Andrea make any girlfriends, long before she get a job, long before any of that. She has to adapt to the madness that we're accustomed to, known as the United States of America. And you got to sit back and watch it. You watching your woman literally morph into somebody completely different that you never wanted this person to be, because they have to in order to survive the United States. The only people that don't morph, they usually leave. They be like, I don't. Perfect example, Maya Afro-Wahita. Maya was under contract to work she told the story. She said, I was in the United States. I was under contract to work for 2 years. She said, after the first year, I was gone. She said, I can't do this. Was it the men? Nope. Was it the women? Nope. It was the U.S. system itself. There are people in other countries that's not accustomed to our system. There are people that are going to the United States trying to get over that border, and they ain't even ready for what the United States is going to bring to them, bring that fire. So, yeah. Shout out to the United States. We love you, though. Tevin said, Drake cooking tonight. Cooking with Chris Gold. He said, crypto is it's about to reboom for real while y'all playing. I said, I'll tell y'all about crypto, how crypto letting y'all know it ain't no game. Remember just a couple months ago when Silicon Valley Bank crashed, people ran as fast as they could to get the few dollars out of these banks that they could across the country. And where did they run to put their money in? Now, mind you, cryptocurrency was minding its own business, not bothering nobody, just sitting in the cut, just relaxing, just knitting. Crypto was knitting. Bitcoin was just sitting there minding his business, just knitting, sewing sweaters and muffins and mittens for Bernie Sanders. Just sitting back chilling, right? At 22 per thousand per coin. 22,000 per coin. For months, crypto couldn't hit 24 for nothing. The minute U.S. citizens saw them banks shaking, they started taking money out and they ran to Bitcoin. And that's how Bitcoin ran all the way up to 28, 29, like that. And the more that this economy gets unstable, the more people realize I need liquid cash in some place other than my bank. And once people start taking advantage of that, watch how crypto continues to grow up. Y'all better take advantage of it now that it slid back down to like 20, like it's like 27. Take advantage of it now, because when crypto creeps right back up to its 40s and then creeps into the 50s, there's gonna be a lot of y'all that's gonna be sick, wishing that you put something off into it. Me and David said it was crazy when the banks crashed. Yep, JP Morgan Chase, and UK made cash offers to buy that bank. Yep. I just watched the documentary. I actually did it on the on our other channel. What happens when banks crashes? Man, federal government's are monsters. They wait until the last person leaves, the last customer leaves for the night, because they don't want the media to know. They literally walk into a bank. As soon as they see the last customer leave, they don't even tell the bank. Federal government just walk in. With the government, we gave y'all a chance to get y'all bank on track. Y'all didn't. We taking over. And the staff will be looking like, what the manager, bank manager, he knew. The president of the bank, he knew. But the staff didn't know nothing. They locked the doors. They open up the vaults. They count the money. It's like all overnight. You think that the banks are just doing regular bank stuff. No, that bank is being taken over. And this is the funny part. They said in the documentary, they said the banks are being sold before the public knows that the bank was folded. So we might find out the bank is shutting down 1 to 2 days after the bank has officially shut down, and the bank has been sold on the auction block to other banks before they even shut it down. It's an amazing documentary, man. I think I'm going to do it on the live stream one night, let you guys see what actually happens to your money, or what happens to banks and the staff members. And they tell the staff like everything's going to be the same, nothing's going to change right now, blah blah blah. But as far as your pension, as far as your retirement, whatever that 401k that you had, yeah, whatever you got now, that's all you got. And in the documentary, it was some people that worked there for like 20 years in that bank, and all their position gone. All that working your way up to upper management gone. Yeah, it's crazy. It's on your other channel. That is true. Very educational, in my opinion, as far as finance, politics, and that actually is our theory with Mostly Money TV. For example, Some of you guys don't even know that the Facebook, I hope some of you guys do know that Facebook is accepting applications, I think until July 23rd. No. Let me get it right. Let me see if I can pull it up. Application for Facebook lawsuit. Let me see. I got to pull this up for you guys. Yep. Facebook owes all U.S. citizens that had accounts. Let me show it to you real quick. I want to pull this up for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is some of the things that we talk about on our other channel. Finances, politics. He's absolutely correct. And investments. Okay, here we go. Check it out. Oh, I didn't put the screen share there. My bad. Okay. All right, you guys see that? What it says is this. It says that Facebook users have until August to claim their share. Now notice, these are just US Facebook users, just US. Facebook users have until August to claim their share of the $725 million cash action lawsuit against allegedly violations by the social media company. A new website revealed. Here we go. It says the lawsuit was promoted in 2008 after Facebook disclosed that it had information of 87 million users was improperly shared with the Cambridge Analytica. And what it says is people who have an active US Facebook account between May 2007 and to December 2022 have until August 25th to enter a claim. Individual settlement payments haven't yet been established because payouts depend on how many users submit applications. I'm going to say that again. They've already come to the conclusion what Facebook is going to pay, which is the $725 million. But the amount that you're going to get will depend on how many people fill out their application. I filled out mine about 3 weeks ago. It said many users submit claims in regards to how many users submit claim and how long each user maintained a Facebook account. And this even goes for if you have a Facebook account that you closed and you no longer used, but as long as it was between that time period, and also a Facebook account in which, and this is the application part I'm bringing you guys to, a Facebook account that you currently have. And once again, it says the deadline for submitting this claim form is August 25th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. It is a one-page, real simple process. They ask you, did you reside in the United States between May 24th, 2007 to December 22nd, 2007 to 2022. And the question for many of us will be yes at that time period. Now, if you didn't, you can also put no if you didn't reside there. But if you did, you can put yes. It said, were you a Facebook user at any time between that time period? For many of us, yes. Even if you have a deleted account, right here, it lets you know. Are you filing a claim for a current account, a deleted account, or a combination of both? So even if you have a deleted Facebook account between this window, you can apply to get some of this money. Then they ask you, how do you want your money processed? Through a MasterCard, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, or direct deposit. And so you will put in whichever one that you want when this class action lawsuit goes through. And it's actual real. This is not a falsehood. and they actually have a question and answer portion to answer any questions that you have about it. I am going to put the link and how to submit a claim. Also, it has a section that says opt out. The opt out is that you want to sue Facebook yourself. Instead of being a part of this class action lawsuit that's already gone through, you decide, well, I don't want the money. I want to sue Facebook for my own money for using my personal information. And when you opt out, you can fill out that form, but you won't be able to get any of this money. And right here where it says important documents is just a little bit more about the lawsuit that you can download to your computer. So I'm going to put this link in the description. Like I said, it's one page to submit the application. Is real simple. But the amount of money that a person gets is based off of how many people know about this and actually apply. And it's free. Nothing beats a failure but a try. So I put that in the comments so you guys can click on that. Shout out to my brother in the building. Let me come back to Andre. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. And let me close this out. Okay. He said, what up, Dre? You are late. We'll be setting my consultation for this week. Okay, cool. Make sure you hit me up. Definitely, brother. Yeah, just drop the link, JD. Just drop the link. I'll drop it one more time, too. Yeah, it's already been. I've been hearing about this lawsuit for a while. And so doing research for our other channel, I came across it. And I was like, okay. And so I came across some news headlines that were talking about it. Like, hey, guys, the Facebook class action lawsuit is real, is not fake, and fill out your form. It only takes a second to do it. And like I said on our channel, I said, if you get $50, that's $50 you didn't ask for. If you get $200, okay, cool. Good looking out. Thank you, Facebook, for $200. But what if the people that don't, and it's only U.S. citizens, and what if most of those people don't know anything about it, and you filled out yours, and you end up with like $5,000 or $10,000 from Facebook? You see what I'm saying? And it's not a scam. Like they're trying to get your information. They already got your Facebook information. That's why they're getting sued for selling your information. Yeah, JD. Yep. Yeah. Take advantage of that, guys. And so, yeah, we talk about that information. We talk about that type of information a lot on our other channel. Yeah. Like today's video on our other channel, we talk about how if the government defaults, what's going to happen, Social Security and the military will still get your monthly payments, your monthly pension payments and retirement payments. So that's good to know. Oh, yeah. Got to invest in that life insurance. Yep. That's what banks do. Yep. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, man. All right, guys. I don't want to keep you too long. Thank you guys for subscribing to our Rumble page as well. I'm going to be dropping some more videos over there, and we'll go connect it to the live stream. So our live streams will go over to Rumble as well. But right now, we are up out of here. I'm about to get some rest, relax, hang out with the missus, and I will talk to you guys later. Once again, this is Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. And I hope that information that I share was helpful. Do not make the mistake of trying to apply what we talked about tonight to marriages in the United States. 70%, guys. Even if your marriage is looking good, you got a 70% chance of her waking up and saying it's over. All right. Shout out to you, brother. Once again, I'm up out of here, guys.